Here's Antony Blinken. He was recently interviewed. He made an appearance, and
wait, he reared his head.
He reared his head, and he basically blamed
Wait.
He basically blamed anti-genocide protesters for the current state of affairs.
But I wish as well.
Oh my God.
Understandably, have been so.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's sitting next to Jamie Rubin, who's a former State Department official under Clinton and then under Biden as well, who was involved Jamie was involved in spreading like global propaganda on behalf of the U.S.
He was the global propagandist for the State Department Global Engagement Center, which has thankfully been destroyed by Trump.
And he's sitting next to his good friend Antony Blinken, and listen to what Blinken says.
Moved and motivated by everything that's happened since October 7th, if they'd spent just maybe 10% of their time calling on Hamas, demanding Hamas put down its arms, give up the hostages, stop what it's doing. Maybe if the world had done that, we'd also be in a different place. But to come to your question,
oh, right. Hamas would have listened, and that's what we're really about. We're about getting the colonized people to give up and let and submit to the boot of their apartheid ghetto lords. That's what really
But also, Hamas did offer to give up all the hostages early, like before Israel.
He said give up their weapons and surrender and just give up their Palestinian struggle.
But right after October 7th, Hamas offered Israel. This is according to a spokesperson for the captive families. Hamas offered Israel that if you don't invade Gaza, we'll give up all the captives, everybody. So that even was on the table, which of course Blinken helped sabotage because he wanted to facilitate mass murder. So that's Blinken. If only people had put more pressure on Hamas, then all this could have been avoided. So it's our fault, everybody, that Palestinians are being starved to death right now.
Can you go back to that clip? Just still frame.
Okay. You want another gaze at Antony Blinken and
I mean, it's such a telling shot.
Okay. Yeah.
I got it. I didn't even know that he.
There it is.
Hold on.
I have it up on screen.
I mean, many people who have live streams use a green screen behind themselves, and you'll see them sitting in a mansion with like a baby grand piano behind them, and it's an AI or digitally generated image set against a green screen. But here we can see Tony Blinken as a guest on the X-Files, Christiane Amanpour, who supported every single war except she's been critical of Israel's assault on Gaza, with her ex, Jamie Rubin. So they call this show that they have together the X-Files, which is, and they're also just like ex-influential people. And Tony Blinken is in his actual house, and that's what his kitchen looks like. This isn't a green screen. This is his house on Chainbridge Road. His neighbor I saw was selling their house, and I looked on Redfin when I drove by his house a few weeks ago, which used to be like a big protest site. They're selling it for, I think, $20 million. This guy is so wealthy. I don't know what work he's ever done. He's so wealthy. He was born with a silver foot in his mouth. And he's calling for anti-genocide protesters to protest a group of ghettoized fighters who are disproportionately orphans of slaughters carried out by the self-proclaimed Jewish state to which Tony Blinken and his family, by his own proud admission, have been devoted to. That to me is so disgusting and says so much about what the genocide Democrats are and why they lost and why people passionately hate them. And I don't know what he's thinking, rearing his head in public. He will have nothing to say. And if he tries to do any talks for his coming memoir, they are going to be vigorously, aggressively protested and disrupted. I can guarantee that. And I mean, just look at that. That image just triggered me. I actually watched like another episode of the X-Files. I just sort of like, I had like this strange, sick fascination knowing that it existed. I watched like 5 minutes of it and I saw Jamie Rubin come on and say, well, I would have supported Trump bombing Iran if Trump had agreed to deliver more humanitarian aid to Gaza in order to separate the Palestinian struggle from Iran. Like, what?
Such a Democrat comment. Such a Democrat.
I know.
comment.
In 2004,
I support the aggression. I just want it tactically done to serve a different strategic interest.
In 2004, he was fired by the John Kerry campaign. He was their top foreign policy advisor because he said John Kerry would have supported the Iraq war if George W. Bush had like committed more to staying the course and like building institutions in Iraq.
That's really fun. I mean, John Kerry's message in that campaign was incoherent. He basically was like, he started off saying,
I voted for the Patriot Act because I thought it would protect us. But
yeah, and also John Kerry also voted for the Iraq war, and so he was like, but then he was like, Bush didn't give the troops enough equipment. That was his critique.
Yeah,
and then that wasn't working. So then he started saying it's the wrong war at the wrong place at the wrong time. So like you're saying like we should have invaded Iran or something like that, not Iraq. It didn't make any sense. So anyway,
we need to pick a different Arab country to throw up
Yeah.
against the wall for no reason.
These Democrats.
And another guy, John Kerry, just like has the Heinz fortune, and he's just some Brahmin who just has all this money. Now he was the climate czar under Biden. Like that's the fakest job I can ever think of. I'm in charge of the climate.